All right, a little bit of a weird day today. If I pursued my career in teaching still, it would be my 19th year starting today. However, I quit last December, so I'm doing other stuff. But one thing I haven't done is clear up my bag yet because I wasn't sure what I was doing. But this bag right here, Swiss Gear bag, um, pretty cool. I had a lot of pockets, a lot of things. I had worked at 3 different schools. Some of them I had to travel up to 35 minutes to get to either way, so getting home wasn't really an option if I needed to grab something or do whatever. So I just thought maybe I'll go through what's in my bag just for fun. And if you're teaching out there and you think some of these ideas are cool, great. And if you don't care, that's fine too. So, all right, let's see what we got in here. Oh, all right. Got an emergency light here. This is kind of cool. This one does a couple different things. It has a function here and here. I didn't know. I mean, we teach during the day, but one thing weird that happened was I had a room without windows, and we got stuck in a lockdown for probably hour and a half, 2 hours once. And because there were no windows, it was completely dark in there because we're supposed to shut off all the lights and do whatever. So I ended up using this, and a bunch of kids had cell phones, and it was not too bad. So we could actually kind of see what was going on a little bit without drawing attention to ourselves. What else do I got here? Really old granola bar. I always had that. I never ate it, though. I probably should have had that in there. A little bit of lip balm action. I don't know. I didn't use that either, really. I had a tape measure for some reason. I was a math teacher and a science teacher for a little bit of that, so I guess I had that if I needed to measure things. Neosporin. I would get paper cuts once in a while. I guess I thought that was a good idea. However, this expires in 2018, so I don't know how much I used that. What else do I have here? Random phone charger, whole bunch of flash drive storage devices, fingernail clipper, and another fingernail clipper, and I think that's it. Never knew I needed to cut a fingernail, or sometimes these come in handy if you need to snip like some string or something, or if a kid has a weird issue with, I don't know, you can just, it's kind of like a weird scissor thing you can use. Old iPad charger in here. I have a bunch of student IDs, some loose change, because you never know if you need that for different things too. Oh, and a flashlight, I guess, so I must have been up on the lights. And I also have a stamper with my initials and name on it, which I never use that, but I have it, so there we go. So that's the top packet there. Oh, also really cheap, cruddy earbuds. I've given a bunch of those away to kids if they needed them, that I just had found and had. So there's one pocket. Let's see what else we have here. In this pocket, ooh, there you go. We got all the good stuff. What is this thing? Looks like a phone charger. So that's good. Might need that. I was a math teacher for a long time, like I said. One thing I liked to do back then was highlight things correct instead of mark them wrong. I had a lot of 6th grade math, so trying to get kids' confidence up and those things. Instead of seeing a paper full of a bunch of red marks, it would be kind of cool to highlight the ones they had right, and then you can always go back to, and if they redo it, they could, fix it, and then you could still just highlight it instead of covering over something else. It was just kind of it seemed to work. I don't know. They liked it. I liked it. It was all right. Little bit of a stand here for a phone or a small iPad thing. Bunch of carabiners. I don't know why I needed all those. Survival bracelet thing that a kid asked me if I liked, and I said, "Oh yeah, that looks really cool." And he handed it to me, and as soon as he gave it to me, he goes, "That'll be $5." So, yeah, it doesn't fit, but it was $5. I don't know what I do with it, but it's paracord. It's been in here for about 8 years, probably. What else do we have here? Little Bath and Body Works lotion. I don't know. My nose would get really dry during the winter. I guess I'd have that there. Golf ball. That's exciting. A couple different things with this. One time I had a kid try to count the dimples. He was kind of driving me nuts, so I said, "Hey, why don't you figure this out?" And that was good. But The reason I had this in here originally was I had some plantar fasciitis on my feet, and if you put it on the ground, you can roll your foot over it, and it's supposed to help break that up. So, a Culver Scoopy token I see in here. Deck of cards. Always had a deck of cards. This was helpful for many things, especially if they want to leave the classroom and there's like 3 minutes left, so you might want to let a couple kids leave early, but you don't want to get in trouble for letting everybody leave early. Then you could do the whole high-low game with them. You know, there's a 9, next card higher, lower, then they have to tell you higher, lower, and I don't know, sometimes that does that. Or it can be good for probability, different things like that. It was just kind of an easy manipulative. And you'd be surprised if you have a deck of cards with you, how many kids will maybe don't talk about anything else, but they'll say, oh, I know a card trick, and you can kind of build that relationship that way. Even though, you know, the trick might not be very good, but sometimes they're very good. It's kind of interesting. Pens. I was more of a plain pen guy like this. The gold standard of every teacher's repertoire should be these bad boys. These are Flair pens from Papermate. I don't have any sponsors, but if I did, I would argue hard for these as a teacher. I did use Sharpie before to write on things, and it bleeds through the other side. But this thing, all these Flair pens, they don't do that. They stay on one side only. There's a time when I was doing a bunch of different math grading, and I had to mark a whole bunch of different papers. Plus, they come in these different colors, so you can change it up, switch your mind up to do things like that, go from there. More pens in here, another pen. Bunch of binder clips. I'm a binder clip kind of guy. Got a whistle. I did some coaching for a while. I don't know if I actually used this for coaching or not. I think the first time I used a whistle was when I had to teach a play for, I was doing 5th grade. I had Midsummer Night's Dream for 5th graders, and we were trying to talk about projecting your voice, how far away you were. So these kids would run far away and try to talk, and they couldn't hear, so the whistle thing there. We gotta be careful because sometimes you blow a whistle now and people freak out and don't know what's happening. I have other pockets here. This bag has a ton of pockets, which is really cool. They switched up the bag a little bit. If you try to go buy one at Sam's Club is where I was. A little more change in here. That seems like it's about it for that section. I had a big section. Oh, this is always fun. Walmart, just a bag. You'd be surprised how many times you need a weird little bag like that. You go on a field trip or something, and then you'd have a kid say, you know, I need a bag or this thing, or you got to pick up some garbage or something weird, so you have that going on. I used to have umbrellas in here, or I had an umbrella in here. That was always a good idea. You never know when it's going to rain during the day, so you're stuck there, and then you got that. So I always thought if I brought an umbrella, that'd be good. But then I kind of felt bad people didn't have an umbrella, but not bad enough to give them mine. So I guess that's where that goes. Yeah, so there you go. But just a couple little things. I wanted to get it off my mind before I forgot. And if you like any of these things or you want to add them to your stuff, another weird thing I had in my classroom, well, I had a bunch of stuff in the classroom. Maybe I'll do another video on those things and just kind of tell some stories as we go. But it's weird not being in the classroom this year, so I just wanted to kind of help myself, I guess, tell people some of the stuff that I'd be thinking about if I was going back. So, all right, enjoy your day. Thanks.